Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jamel Gibbs on my way to see a deal that was just shot over to me from another investor out in the Charlotte area, my man Nasar. Shout out to the real estate guru, sends me deals all the time. But wanted to go check this particular deal out. It's in my local market. He is looking to co-wholesale it or sell it to me. So I want to go take a look at this particular deal in person. He says it's going to need about $70,000 in work. So usually when a project is it has this much work needed, I'm gonna go ahead and check the particular property out in order to be able to justify if I want to buy the property or not. All right, so we just pulled up to the house. We in the hood, man. We in the middle of the hood. That's where I'm comfortable at. But all seriousness, the house is definitely in the hood. It's not something, just looking at it at first glance, it's not a house that I would rehab to keep, and it's not a house that I would want to rent out right now. I can't see this area even gentrifying at this point. It's going to take some time to be able to do that. So for the price that we need to pay for this house, I think the price kind of matches the area. But for the amount of work that needs to go into it, we're going to be over $100,000 on this house. It says that this house is worth about $150 when I ran the comps. But at the end of the day, this is not I don't see nothing happening in this area as we drove around the area. There's nobody rehabbing the house. All of the houses on this street look pretty rough. If I go a little further out, it's not too far from downtown. But at the same time, it's just not an area that I'm particularly interested in. I can't see myself maxing out rent in this area, but I could see myself making some money if I were to wholesale this either to somebody who will buy in this area, or wholesaling it to somebody who would want to fix this up and live in it for themselves. And there's a ton of people who would want to do that as well. So there's one tool that every real estate investor needs in their toolbox, and that's a drill. So when you get a call from somebody who's trying to sell you a house and they tell you that the house is boarded up and they're not available to open it up, but they give you the permission, guess what? Get yourself a drill. And also, if they tell you the house is boarded up, don't dress nice. There's a time to be fresh and there's a time not to. This is definitely one of them days you don't want to be fresh. One more thing, I forgot my bit for the drill. So I gotta run to Home Depot, pick up a new drill bit, and then go ahead to be able to get inside. So don't forget the bit too. So guess what? I didn't have to go, let's get over here. I checked out the neighbor next door and he had a drill bit. And guess what? He's also a contractor. So I asked him to give me an estimate on his house. So that's why you gotta talk to people. You gotta talk to the neighbors. You gotta see who's what. He actually had a remodeling sticker on his truck, on his pickup truck. Lent this to me, built a relationship, and I also told him I might be interested in wholesaling this deal over to him, and he might be interested in purchasing it. So he's gonna take a look. He asked me how much. I don't know yet. The whole point is I created a relationship just by talking to somebody on the block. All right, so one more thing that I picked up. This block is actually not too bad. The people on the block are really nice. The houses are rough. It is the hood, but the people are nice. And I can see the people trying to take care of the properties, which means that this may be a good rental property as well. But if I can make a quick buck by selling it to the guy next door, I'm gonna do that. He's already a contractor. He lives next door. He understands the area. And if I can make fast money and don't have to put all this work into this house, that's a better deal for me and my man Nasar. Welcome to mi casa. All right, so right off the bat, this house needs a total gut job. It's kind of already gutted. It needs everything. The floor is soft. I'm 250 pounds, off season, and When I walked on this floor, it felt like I was gonna go through. So we gotta be real careful in this house. And just looking at it, yeah, it needs everything. Has an upstairs, downstairs. Really doesn't make sense for me to walk through it when I can just analyze the numbers just by knowing that it needs everything. I can just look at the numbers and say, okay, I need a new roof, I need new plumbing. The only thing that the seller of this property did was the electric, and I wouldn't even trust that, right? So I'm gonna factor in new electric, new plumbing, a new roof, new gutters, new windows, new flooring, basically rebuilding this entire house. It may make more sense to just knock this house down and rebuild another one on this lot. But the only way that would make sense is to see what it's gonna cost to rebuild this entire thing. So that's something that we gotta look into. All right, y'all, so one thing I'm gonna mention is the guy next door is already interested in this house based on the numbers. So I think the smartest thing for me to do on this house is to take pictures and send it over to my man Nas, who sent the deal over to me, and he can use these pictures to be able to negotiate the price down lower. Right now the seller is asking for $30,000 on his house, where I think that we need to be right around $15,000 to $20,000. So if we get it at $15,000 to $20,000, I believe we could sell it to the guy next door for 30 grand. But if we're wholesaling it, that's the only way we're gonna make money on it. I would actually buy this for 30 grand, but then my man Nas won't make a profit on it. So, you know, if we're looking to be profitable and co-wholesale this deal, we need to get the price down. If I'm looking to buy it as is, which I'm probably not because of the amount of work it needs, I would probably buy this house for $25,000 to $30,000 all day long. But you got to look at the time factor. You got to look at how long the money is going to be locked into the deal. You got to look at a lot of different things to dictate if you want to actually take on a project this size. This house is not terrible, but it's deceiving. It's gonna need a lot of money, and you can tell just by looking at the frame and everything in this house is old. It would honestly be better to just tear the whole thing down and rebuild it. But if I want to keep the framing of the house, it's gonna take some money. So Nas was right. It might need 70 grand. I'm thinking it may need a little bit more than $70,000 on this house. But I gotta go home, crunch the numbers, and really take a hard look at this thing to see what we could do with it. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna get the guy next door's phone number. I'm gonna get him back in here. He couldn't come see it right now because he just came home for lunch and then he's going back to work. What I am gonna do is have him come in, look at it. I wanna see what we could get the price down to first. Then I'm gonna contact him and see if we can make a deal out of this thing. So that right there could be a half bath, right? Or this right here, actually, this could be a laundry room or a mud room. I think this is more so a laundry area because they had the laundry hookup in there. This right here could be a half bath, and this right here is definitely the kitchen in this area right here, right? And I could tell that that was the bathroom because it has a sewer line in the ground. Let's go upstairs. Now check this out. These stairs are lopsided, completely lopsided. So if you're looking at this, if you got the spider web all on my face, you know, we got Spider-Man all the way over there. But the whole point is, if I put a ball on these stairs, then it's gonna roll that way. These stairs are completely lopsided, not safe, and obviously that came with the house settling over the years. It's that old of a house. But this is gonna need a tremendous amount. In order to level this out, we have to basically jack up this side of the stairs, and you know, that's gonna cost some money as well. But let's see what's upstairs. And the good news is up here everything seems to be level. So those stairs are really the only thing that may need to be jacked up or rebuilt. That can cost a lot of money to be able to do that. But everything up here seems to be pretty level. Downstairs the floors are soft, but up here it seems a little bit better. We got 3 bedrooms up here, that's what it seems to be. And we also got tenants in here. We got the bees and the wasps up at the top. So sometimes when you walk into these houses, if you're allergic to bees, if you're allergic to different things, you got to be careful coming into these places because you don't know what's in these houses. You can have rats, you can have mice, a place like this especially, but you can also have those bees up there, tenants that's not paying rent. Another bedroom over here. Now up in this room, this floor is soft, so be careful over here. It feels like I'm actually gonna go through this floor. Right, you can see the dip in the floor. You can see there was some stains right there. It's an old house. This could become really dangerous really quickly. So if those support beams underneath this floor, those joists aren't strong, we're going through this floor. Or if there's a soft spot in the floor, you know, it seems pretty hard right here. It seems pretty good right here. If there's any soft spots, you want to try not to step on those spots. But it has a small closet, it has heat, and it also has a window. So this is another bedroom right here. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I think this place had a fire. How can I tell? Look up at the top. The entire ceiling is black. It looked like smoke damage. So I think this place had a fire. It wasn't an extensive, I don't know if it was an extensive fire or not, to be honest. It seems like there's a cold stove or wooden stove behind this wall right here. If that's the case, and that thing caught on fire, that caused some smoke damage in this property as well. So these are all things that you want to be looking at as you're looking at these houses, right? Now, naturally, you know, the objective is to try to be as safe as possible in these places. And I've done videos like this where I walked you through other houses. You've seen me buy other houses. You've seen me in the trenches doing this before. Make sure you check those videos out for more tips just like this as well. Got one more bedroom to walk into. Now this is a special room. Why is it special? Because we got a door that goes out to a patio. So this is fancy right here. Obviously, we're going to have to rebuild that out there in order to make that safe. I wouldn't even step foot on that if you saw the structure of it below, because you're probably going to end up on the first floor, right? But you have a door. The idea is nice, but obviously it needs to be rebuilt, right? Again, the entire place needs to be gutted out. Let's get out of here. So we got a closet here. We got a door. We don't have a window right here, a window on the other side of that. And we got the heat in here as well. So this is another bedroom. But let's get out of this house. Let's walk around the exterior and see what it's looking like. So obviously, I want to walk around the perimeter of the house. But obviously, unfortunately, I should say, there's a jungle around the whole house. So I'm not going to be able to walk the entire perimeter. I'm not going to walk back there and have a rat jump on me. I can see that the property needs a new roof. We already knew this. We already knew it needed new windows. We already knew the exterior needed a complete rehab. So this place needs everything. My man Nas said it needed everything. It needs everything. He wasn't lying. I think it needs a little bit more than $70,000 worth of work. I think rather than me trying to calculate all of these numbers, I'm going to call the guy next door, see if he's interested in purchasing the property as is, and see if we can make a deal that way. In the meantime, I have to take pictures of this place, send it over to Nas, and once I take the pictures, we're going to give Nas a call.
Yo,
what up, bro?
what's going on?
Hey, so I checked out that house. Yo, that joint is rough, man. Like real rough. I think it need to be torn down and rebuilt. I can't see myself being interested, you know, from a rental aspect or like a flipping aspect based on the area.
Right.
But I think for a wholesale, we probably want to get that for like 15, 20 grand. You know, I'm going to send you the pics. If we could talk that guy down to like 20, I think we might be able to make something work.
All right. I'm going to find out.
All right, cool. I'm going to send these over to you in a little bit.
Thank you. All right.
Peace. If we can make it all work, we might have a deal. If not, then we move on to the next one. But that's the business of real estate. We negotiate, we create numbers that make sense, and we make a profit because of putting forth a little bit of effort. If you want to see more videos like this, leave a comment in the comment section. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, click the notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.